Thank you for tuning in to the Secret Services. I'm going to be your host. Thank you for tuning in to the Secret Services. I'm going to be doing a reading on Nicki Minaj. I'm going to shuffle some cards to get into her personality. Nicki Minaj is someone who's always suspicious of people. She doesn't get too close to people, and especially when it comes to romance. She's incredibly inquisitive and very probing of people that that come around her, whether it's for business or romance. She's not very trusting, and I feel like she has issues, like she has family issues. That's what I'm hearing. They're also saying that she's someone who feels like she's a hopeless romantic, and she's always she knows that she's a queen, but she's waiting on a man to come and save her, and she's kind of engineered herself to live her life in a certain way, and men are just going to naturally be magnetized to her, and she's looking for a guy that's stronger than her to save her from whatever she's going through. They're, they're also saying that they're also saying again, Nicki Minaj is someone who's very passionate. She can be very bullheaded. She feels that she's always right. She's very, very intuitive, very practical. And she's someone who doesn't like for other people to give her advice. Nicki Minaj is... Nicki Minaj she's enlightened, and she understands that she lives life in this way. She thinks of life as a dream, and she's basically trying to bring heaven on earth. And when she dreams, she imagines when she dreams, her spirit guides or her ancestors give her information about how her life should look. They tell her, this is, what your music should sound like. This is, what we want you to sing. And Nicki Minaj, actually does those things. She's very creative. A lot of the songs that she creates, her fashions, her looks, they are self-inspired. She's her own. She's her own manager in a way. She's her own publicist, her own. She knows her branding, and she sticks true to it. They're saying that Nicki Minaj is someone who's extremely feminine. She's very sexual, but she's not promiscuous, but she enjoys sex, and she very much enjoys. She likes smart men. She likes men who are emotionally intelligent, because she's a thinker. She thinks a lot, and because she's always looking for love, always searching for love. She has a difficult time figuring out people and why it is that they do what they do, why it is that men may treat her the way they treat her, or why Can she find a guy that's, capable of supporting her and being the head of household? She really wants to be, kind of like a housewife. She's incredibly creative. I've already said that before. But the cards are saying that she can sometimes use her diva, the diva title, or she can use her stature as a very popular artist to be a little bit mean, not even a little bit mean, to just be mean to people. And but it's also necessary for her to do that because it's her way of probing people. She isn't going to allow for you to be around her unless you can, how do I say this? Nicki Minaj is like, live your life, I'll live my life. She doesn't want you to, not so much she doesn't want you to give her advice. It's just if she doesn't ask you for advice or she doesn't ask you to comment on her life, she doesn't, want you to comment on her life. Which is kind of ironic because I'm doing this reading. Nicki Minaj is, for the people that she cares about, she gives a lot to them. She's not a two-faced person. She's, when you get close to her, what you get is what you see. She does have a representative, which is the Nicki Minaj personality, but who she is, underneath that, she really does care about the people that she's around. I'm also hearing that because she's very private too, and a lot of people can't say that she's friends with them because she doesn't want her business out there, and she's very private. And yeah, she will. If you're friends with Nicki Minaj, a lot of people would not know. Like, you might have friends that are friends with Nicki Minaj, and you would not know. She's very mathematical. She's really good with money. She's a businesswoman, very obviously, and the cards are still saying the same thing. So they're describing her as a woman who's the queen of her castle. She's a very powerful ruler. She's the CEO, CFO of her business, and you don't want to mess with her about her money. All right, so I'm gonna put these away. All right, I'm gonna shuffle some oracle cards. The reading is speaking about Nicki Minaj having a sexual hunger or passionate craving for a person. It's also speaking about her challenge right now being she's trying to increase. She's trying to increase the demand around her celebrity. I think that she's not getting booked as often as she would have liked, and she's not receiving the offers that she really wants to receive. Financially, she feels like she needs more money, but at the same time, she wants to have a relationship, and she's trying to avoid getting into relationships because she's trying to focus on her business. Beneath her, I see her dealing with two things. She was in a relationship where she was being abused, and I think she's getting over those issues. This relationship, and this is what they're saying, this relationship just happened. It's not one specific relationship, and it's not one specific type of abuse. There are different types of abuse that she's experienced, and those abuses have basically been what's derailed her from achieving the success that she's wanted to achieve, from releasing more music. Okay, I know who Nicki Minaj is, but I don't know that much about Nicki Minaj at this time. I'm a professor, y'all, and I try to keep up with stuff, but anyway. So Nicki Minaj is Nicki Minaj is also very critical of herself. She's very hard on herself. She reads a lot of what people say about her, and she listens to a lot of what people say about her. And those negative criticisms often turn into her participating in self-flagellation. So Nicki Minaj just needs to take advantage of God's timing and stop procrastinating. It's just like, I can't, if she watches this video, I just do want to say that what Spirit wants to tell you is that you have the ability to command the attention of the masses in a way that's going to move them towards thinking about Black femininity.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Dr. Spectrum. Here's a word from our sponsors.
Allure the crowd with intensely moisturized skin using Melanon's unique Shea Butter Blend. It contains a mixture of all natural oils and addictive fragrances. Hand-whipped organic shea butter imparted with luscious ingredients, Melanon can brighten dull skin with its specially made hydration formula. Shop Melanon.com and enjoy free shipping on orders of $50 or more. Does your technological device need restoration? Let us do the diagnosis for you. Is your computer running slow? Let us do the hard work for you. Not sure how to fix your tech device? We can fix it for you. LightSwitch Technical Solutions offers a wide range of information technology solutions, from hardware and software installation to data recovery and virus removal. For more information about computer and device repair, please visit www.lightswitchllc.com.
In a way that they've never thought about it before, and you are still opening up so many roads and avenues for Black women in the music industry. And the Spirit also wants to say this to you, that they understand that you're experiencing a really, really specific type of sexism to where you can't really promote Black women the way you want to promote Black women, and at the same time people are pitting you against other women. It is difficult for you to do what you do. They understand that. But they want you to take advantage of your timing and to stop listening to the criticisms, to just think about what it is that you want to do. And whether it comes off as selfish or not to people, you have to remember that if you die tomorrow, it is game over. All right, that's it. So I see on this side, what's supporting her is that there's stagnation in the spiritual realm, causing stagnation in her life. Nicki Minaj needs to take more trips. She needs to vacation more. She needs to meditate more. She needs to pray more. She needs to go to spas and saunas and be in isolation even more. Like what she's doing now, abstaining from sex and men, that's great. Keep doing it. All right, so they're saying that above you is not above you. I'm pretending that she's watching this video, but above Nicki Minaj is the natural flow of an outgrowth. Nicki Minaj, this means that you have to understand that everything operates in a divine order. This is spiritual first, and then the physical. So you have mastered. She's a dreamer. Nicki Minaj is a dreamer, and in her dreams, she's able to bring. This is what they're showing me. In her dreams, they give her, they play her dreams like movies. They're very vivid. And she brings how she sees herself in her dreams in these fairy tales. And they're like fairy tales. It's like lots of bright colors, very vibrant. It's like playgrounds and like the McDonald's playgrounds and roller coasters and she dreams in that way. Very cartoony, but it's artistic and intelligent. And I think that Nicki Minaj needs to invest into TV shows. With that said, I see that the outcome being a moment of mental clarity for her, a moment of mental victory. Yeah, y'all send her this video. Tell her she needs to invest in the TV shows and cartoon shows, and especially like black girl cartoon shows about like black girls want to be musicians like her. Anyway, or doing it as a web series on YouTube and collecting the checks. It doesn't matter, but you can make money off of it. The point being, send her this video, let her know, and I'm saying that she will have a moment of mental clarity, mental victory, and financial success. All right, so she really wants to find a relationship, and I'm going to look at why her relationship with Meek Mill ended. Well, that's one card that just fell out. No, I'm gonna just put it back in. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna shuffle it. It keeps. See, I guess when cards fall out, like I've seen, like when I've been at psychic fairs, some people are like, "Oh yeah, the card fell out, and I'm going to, read from this card." And I'm like, "No, I'll put it back in there. I'm just gonna keep shuffling again." I don't know why I do that, but whatever. Everybody has their own style. Mine. Oh yeah, let me just keep pulling. Why did she and Meek Mill break up? So Nicki Minaj and Meek Mill broke up because he was holding her back from her music career. It was almost like Nicki Minaj was stigmatized in the music industry for her relationship with him, and it's not like it was like she wasn't embarrassed being around him. But it was like he was embarrassing as a person. She kind of eventually Nicki Minaj started to see him as corny, and I'm saying that here's the thing. He was wildly successful at some point in time because she told him, she produced his album. She helped him produce stuff. She helped him learn business and how to deal with business people and how to get deals. She taught him a lot of stuff. She helped him produce some music. She helped him to figure out artistry and when to release songs and how an album should be put together. She helped him a lot. Like Nicki Minaj is like a scientist when it comes to music, and she's a musician, and she taught him how to go from being an artist to a musician. And so I see that she ended up she felt overwhelmed in the relationship by his mediocrity, if that makes sense. And I'm not saying he's mediocre, but she started to feel that he was mediocre. And I see her just walking away patiently, just slowly. She didn't end the relationship immediately with him. She just eased out of the relationship. She slowly broke things off with him. And I'm saying that the passion in the relationship died. The passion in the relationship died. And Meek Mill, when she saw, this is what happened. As she started to realize, like, this is what I'm hearing. As I'm leaving the relationship, or as we were starting to grow distant from each other, I'm just realizing he's kind of like needy. He's always like calling me, or he's always needing me for this. He's not understanding how to do da 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 on his own and blah 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 blah. He's not as creative without her. And she kept coming back to it. Like she was done with it. I feel like she may have maybe in the past 2 years. I don't feel not like she's dealing with him now, but I feel like she wasn't. She always came back to him for some reason, and I don't know why she liked him. Let me ask that. Why did she like him? All right. Nicki Minaj had just been coming out of a relationship with somebody that she was very compatible with, but I'm also seeing that they bumped heads with each other. Both of them are very aggressive, and he was. Both of them could be physically aggressive with each other. And I'm seeing her walking away from the relationship like she was. I think she was at one time pregnant by him, whoever this man was, and she met Meek Mill, and he brought about a great change with her. She felt like this was really her soulmate. Whoever this was before, she felt like they were very compatible. Like she had known this person for a long time, and they just had similar personalities. But Meek Mill, she felt like they were connected at a spiritual and molecular cellular level, if that even is even a thing. But this is all telling me that this is how they're describing Meek Mill. Meek Mill is good with money. He may not be the most creative person in the industry. Like he's an artist and he's coachable. That's what I'm hearing. But he's good with money. With his he's very stable with his emotions. He doesn't think though. He's very emotional. He reacts before this is what I'm hearing. All right, so this is one thing I do know. I know that he's going to jail for probation violation, and he's been on like probation since like 2008, I think, or maybe like 2009. But either way, it was before 2010. What I'm saying is, I think that if he had been thinking about probation, he may have just been like, all right, cool. This is a priority for me to focus on to like, make sure I get off probation. I understand that probation, is a way to surveil black men and black women. But at the same time, he's very emotional but he's emotionally stable. He's someone that he's very understanding. He's non-judgmental. He tries to be in his own zone, but he's sensitive, and he's very he feels as though people don't respect him, and that people treat him as though he's less than. But people actually